Hey team, wanted to make a video because I just finished a book called The Giver of Stars by Jojo Moyes, and it was very good. I very much enjoyed it. It takes place in the 1930s, I believe, where women have their place in society and they must be good, faithful wives to their husbands. But the story is about these mountain women who are mixing it up and kind of bringing women's liberation to the forefront. They have their own minds, and they are trying to better society. They have employment, which is something that not a lot of women might have. They might instead embroider, cook, stay at home, and mind the house and decorating and things like that. Potentially doing laundry, and if they are of lesser means, taking care of the house. This group of women works with a traveling library that brings literature out to the mountain folk, out to the rural houses, and kind of brings them together. And it's a beautiful story. There are, of course, romances that have their nuances, a little bit of strife, a little bit of drama, and then they resolve, and a lot of it is happily ever after, which I 100% approve of. There is a court case that seems a little bit as though perhaps someone lied, resolved it that way, which is not good, naughty, naughty, naughty. But that could go differently, and I think that it would still work out the same way that it did. So it was overall, I'd say, a very good book. It discussed the nuances of women finding their place in society, of our early pioneers realizing that women can do more and they can be more, and we do have our own minds. And so it's pretty cool. It was pretty great to see the different relationships rising from abuse, rising from pure, like an entire society of oppression. There were some abusive relationships, so there was a particular scene that was very graphic and violent, and you could feel it. You could feel the emotions, and it seemed very real, so that if that's something that will trigger you, you want to be mindful of that. There was confusion over religion and sex and having meaningful relationships, and so, that is a fine line. What is devout and what is normal human? Where there is no need for shame. And one of the big abusers, was calling on the church and using it as their weapon to say, no, hey, we must save these souls and condemn these sinners, and so it's a good book. It talks about those rural folks too, who are on the fringes, and some of them were victims of abuse as well, and some of them started out very jaded, and then they kind of come to the fore and they heal, and it's a beautiful book. It's a beautiful story. So I very much enjoyed it, and I would recommend it. So that's all for now, and I will talk to you later.